So listen, we have a bit of a different setup today. We're chilling today. I was actually supposed to have an interview, a guest, but they did not show up. So I had this whole like setup. But listen, I'm gonna just sit here and do my little videos, okay? But we will have a special guest, a couple of special guests coming very soon. So listen, welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. I want to go ahead and talk about last night's episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I have my notes. I'm excited. All right, so Manietta and Marlo recording. So Manietta and Marlo, they're recording basically, after hours. I think they want to save money on set. They have a budget. So the producers tell them, record footages and different clips of whatever you guys are doing and talking about so we can insert them into the show. Okay? So let's get this straight right now. The reason why Manietta and Marlo were both recording is because production wanted that. Let's stop acting like Marlo is being so sneaky eeky deaky in the corner trying to record somebody. Like, stop. Like, for real, stop. Like, y'all know what the real tea is. Production told them to record. So Marlo's not doing it for her health. Marlo was doing it for the entertainment, for our entertainment. Okay? So I do feel like there is a double standard happening. Yes, I do agree that what Marlo did as far as sending it to LaToya, was it unnecessary? Absolutely. Was that messy? Absolutely. Marlo was being messy in that moment. I do agree with that. So we'll give we'll deduct a point from Marlo for that. However, did y'all see when we got Manietta's footage onto the screen? Okay. Notice how it says Manietta's footage. If you go back and watch the episode, you'll see different clips throughout the episode where it says Manietta's footage or footage from Manietta's phone. I don't know what the verbiage was, but that was pretty much, what it said. The lower third, the title, at the bottom, it said Manietta's footage. Then when they would show Marlo's footage, it would be like from Marlo's phone or Marlo's footage. I bring that up to say that the intention behind recording was to always send the footage to production for them to possibly include onto the show. So for me, where the double standard comes in at is, okay, yeah, Marlo was being messy and she sent it to LaToya, which ended up being in Drew's favor in a way, because ever since LaToya has been off the show, I'm assuming Drew and LaToya have made up, right? And so LaToya is now lying on behalf of Drew Sidora and has her back. And they both look less than smart. They both look like liars. They both look like Boo Boo and his fools. Okay? Like, you're not fooling anybody. So, yeah, it ended up being in her favor. Because LaToya, you called LaToya up, or LaToya called y'all and basically lied on your behalf, talking about I need to clear my name. We never kissed. When you said on the season 13 reunion that you kissed, Kandi corroborated it. She's not going to lie about that, because why would Kandi lie about what y'all is doing behind, the couch in Charleston of the South Carolina? Like, Kandi doesn't give a shit. Why would Kenya care about who Drew Sidora is kissing? They're not lying on you just to lie on you. They're speaking truth to power. But anyways, LaToya and Drew, they just look so silly. They look so silly. But for me, LaToya being involved into the whole thing, being pulled into the whole thing by Marlo herself, ended up being in Drew's favor because LaToya decided to lie for Drew. But anyways, here's the difference. The difference between, here's the double standard. Yeah, Marlo was being messy because she sent it to LaToya, but Manietta's footage was sent to Eric Fuller. Manietta's footage was sent to Eric Fuller. Manietta in the confessional was like, well, the difference is I didn't send it to anyone. I didn't send it. You sent it to Eric Fuller to put onto the show. Like, and then they talking about, I thought this was a private moment. I thought this was a private moment. You saw Marlo out there. And then there's this whole thing of we really need to be upset with We really need to be upset with Marlo because she recorded the conversation and she sent it to LaToya. She's sneaky. She can't be trusted. She's sneaky. She can't be trusted. Drew, why do I feel like the majority of your energy needs to be toward Candy? Candy is on a campaign against you. You called Candy a liar, and now she's on a campaign against you to make it seem like you're the liar and to make it seem like you cheated on your husband and to make it seem like you like women. Drew Sidora does not want to be painted as a cheater because she's sleeping with a cheater. Drew Sidora does not want to be painted as a cheater because she knows as soon as the cameras wrap for this season, she's running to the courthouse. And she does not want her cheating ways to affect the divorce filings and motions and proceedings. Drew's mom is, a prophet, a priestess. She has status in the prophet priest community. That lady doesn't want to hear about her daughter and her same-sex escapades. Excuse me. That's why Drew is lying about the situation, and it's so silly. But my whole thing is, you, Candy, and Kenya's supposed to be like this. Y'all supposed to be, in the alliance. And we'll get to the, what is it called? Collusion. Okay, they're colluding. It's an alliance. There are two alliances onto this show. One is solid and one is crumbling, and that's why the girls can't take. The girls have a, what is it called? A case of can't take. One alliance is solid, and one alliance, they can hold each other accountable. Notice how Sonya basically said that what Courtney said about the karma was, she had said, what she said, she was like, oh yeah, that wasn't cool about the karma thing. And then I think in a previous episode, maybe an episode or two ago, Sonya basically clocked Sheba Sheree. And then in this episode, but you're never going to hear none of the bloggers. They say Sonya doesn't hold anyone accountable. She's not neutral. You're not going to hear no one. No, I swear to God, you're not going to hear no other blogger talk about this. Sonya, in this very episode, said, yeah, Marlo, you elevated the situation. You exacerbated the situation. You, what do they say? You escalated it. You're supposed to de-escalate. You sending that footage to LaToya, you escalated it. Now, have the bloggers been talking about that? The girls who said that Sonya can't be neutral and Sonya can't hold Marlo or Sheree or any of her alliance members accountable, what's her face, Courtney. Is y'all gonna talk about that? Can we talk about it? Okay. Listen, this is why I'm happy that I have this platform, because I've been so blessed enough to have a brain and a mouth to come onto the YouTube screen and to give you guys a different perspective. Isn't God good? So anyways, what was we talking about? So yeah, I could go on and on and on, but listen, I had notes. So Manietta in this collusion stuff, she says that they were colluding and, basically, letting it be known that there's an alliance and they wanted to collude against Drew or something like that. I don't really know what she was trying to say, but to be honest, I don't even think Manietta knew what she was trying to say, because when she was asked about it, she couldn't even explain it and she couldn't even give us the definition of collusion and she couldn't do whatever. So first off, Manietta don't even know what she's talking about, and then she's trying to spread the message of what she don't know what she's talking about to Kenya, who don't know what she's talking about. And then Kenya then wants to bring that message to the group talking about, oh, Drew, they was talking about you. Kenya, what you need to do is fess up to the fact that you were talking about her. What you need to tell to Drew Sidora is, hey girl, like, let's help you get some funding for a music video because it's a bit low budget. Why you ain't tell that to her face? What you need to be talking about is the fact that how you found it to be so hilarious and so funny to suggest that 8 of the women, split up a $1,000, situation, which the girl, the chef, DM'd me. The chef DM'd me and she said she wants child. I saw like a stack. She sent me a video of a stack of papers. It was like case files or something, like a folder of evidence that I guess she used in the trial against Drew Sidora, and she wants to spill all the tea and give her a whole entire story. So I DM'd her back. So you guys may be hearing from her soon, but Listen, Kenya need to talk about the fact that she was making light of the lawsuit. Like you being mad at Sheree because Sheree mentioned the lawsuit, but yet Kenya is literally playing in your face and you don't care about it. Candy is literally playing in your face on a campaign to make it seem like you're a liar and to make it seem like you out here nibbling on women and they lips. And yet all you can think about is, oh, let me blame everything on Marlo. Let me blame everything on Marlo. And listen, yeah, I can admit it was childish of Marlo to be sending that footage. And, you know, Marlo be doing a lot of childish things, but I kind of feel like they blame everything on Marlo. And it's just like, even in, you know, this episode, they were saying, oh, Courtney is Marlo's puppeteer. What does Courtney saying that, you know, Kenya falling on her ass is karma? What does Courtney saying the piece about karma? How does that relate to Marlo in any sort of way? I can't even tell you if Marlo and Courtney even had a conversation about Kenya falling. If they did, it was cut out or, you know, it was off camera. So anyways, I feel like they blame everything on Marlo. But okay, moving right along. So yeah, they were talking about the collusion and, you know, listen, if Monyetta feels like there's collusion, then fine. Monyetta can feel like there's collusion. But I kind of feel like, you know, I will admit, you know what I mean? Y'all say that I'm biased and y'all say that, you know, I'm, what y'all say? I'm purposely obtuse. Obtuse. Is that how you say it? But, you know, I can kind of see both sides like Chanel. Maybe they were colluding. Are they an alliance? Absolutely. What Courtney, Sheree, Sonya, Marla, are they? Yeah, they're an alliance. And so was the other side. Okay? But the difference is that when Sonya hold her people accountable, they can listen to it and digest it and keep it moving. Okay? This other alliance, they're crumbling at the seams, child. They are crumbling at the seams. Why isn't Candy keeping Drew's secret? Even like, but it's really dumb because LaToya admitted it. But even if LaToya did admit it back in season 13, if Candy and Drew supposed to be like this, why isn't Candy allowing Drew the same grace that she allowed Portia? What happened to what happened in the dungeon? Stay in the dungeon. Okay. But anyways, I guess Candy didn't realize that she was being recorded. Mm-hmm. All right, moving right along. So Candy versus Drew, whatever. They do a sound bath. That was cute. Kenya starts crying because she's like, what did I do to she what she say? She said, what did I do to deserve a perfect daughter like Brooklyn? I can't speak. She said, what did I do to deserve a perfect daughter like Brooklyn? Okay. And then you know, Sheree was like, oh my God, I felt something. This was so healing and it was so cathartic and it was so therapeutic and it was all of those things. And I thought that was great. But all that damn bickering, all that damn arguing, all that damn toxicity, you know what I mean? Coupled with the fact that Kenya literally injured herself. Okay. What is the opposite of a person healing? A person being injured. Okay. So I felt like the trip was about the healing, but we did nothing but get injured. And that's not me laughing at Kenya. I felt so bad for Kenya. You know, I don't want to see people get hurt. I don't care if I like you or not. And I do kind of feel like, you know, Courtney saying this stuff about karma, I felt like that was, you know, not nice. Right? You're sitting up here calling this girl a mean girl, but you know, you're being mean in the process by saying that this is her karma and this, that, and the third, and the universe has a strange way of, you know, making things go into alignment, etc., etc. Although you may feel that, and I can, you know, confirm that a lot of viewers feel that way as well. Some things just don't need to be said. But what I do commend Courtney on is the fact that I love how she is not afraid. Okay, this is the difference between Courtney and her cousin. Her cousin by way of Ralph. Okay, this is the difference between Courtney and Drew. Courtney is not afraid of Kenya and Candy. And although Courtney looked absolutely ridiculous, okay, Courtney, you look absolutely ridiculous. You looked silly trying to pick a fight with Candy Burst Tucker at Ross's birthday party. Okay, I ain't like that. You were thirsty. But what I can respect is that she holds her own. She's not afraid and she's not going to bow down to you just because you've been on this platform for 10 to 15 years. I appreciate that. So moving right along, let's see. Drew drags Marlo for recording. She says, "You're so invested. You're so invested. Why are you so invested?" Well, why don't you go and ask Candy why she's so invested? Candy called Shamia. Candy called Bolo. Candy called, she may have called Portia. Hell, you know Portia not going to tell the truth about nothing that happened that night. So it ain't no use in calling Portia, okay? Portia's motto is deny and deny and deny, okay? Portia and Donald Trump, they're similar in that fashion, right? Even if it's on camera, deny, 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 lie, lie, lie. No. And I love Portia, okay? For the girls who say, "Oh, you turned on Portia." Listen, I'm not none of these ladies' best friends, okay? I have spoken to them via Zoom, but I ain't their best friends. I don't have no loyalty to nobody, okay? So even though Portia is my favorite housewife of all time, I can clock her tea too. I do think she got her peaches cobbled by Bolo, and it is what it is. And listen, if she wants to lie about it, that's her thing. Okay, so then we get Kenya versus Courtney. Kenya is talking about, okay, so remember Manietta told Kenya that the girls were colluding and it was collusion and it was Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin and Russia colluding against the American democracy to rig an election. Okay, so Kenya then tries to tell the story, but meanwhile, Kenya is getting secondhand information from a woman who can't even explain the situation herself. So Courtney goes off and says, "Girl, you weren't even there. You were busy in the hospital busting your ass. Go on and get, okay, go on and get." And the girls on Twitter were saying that Courtney ate up Kenya, and Courtney ate down and left no crumbs, and Courtney can't eat because she ate too much. And my whole thing is, listen, Courtney did not eat. Y'all know I love Courtney, right? I love Courtney. She reminds me of Tanya. But Courtney didn't eat nothing. Okay? Now, what I will commend Courtney on is the fact that she stands up to Kenya. Okay? She ate in the sense that she did not back down to Kenya. I like that. I like how she stands up for herself. But she didn't eat, like she didn't read Kenya down. Okay? So that's we just gonna get that straight. Okay, she ain't eat nobody down. Y'all gonna make fun of me, but guess what? I don't care. Y'all be like, why is he wearing it like that? In the next video, I won't have this on, I promise. Okay. So, okay, I gotta hurry up. So what happened after that? Okay, so Courtney like ate, she ate a snack. But I do agree with her sentiment. Kenya, why are you speaking and you weren't there? Shut up. And then you want to like delegate the situations, not delegate, but you want to dictate the situations, talking about some, we shouldn't talk about that here and we shouldn't do this and yada yada this and yada yada that. Now you want to be the leader, the mama bear of the group. Now you want to be, okay. Let me not go in too much on your girl because the Kenya stands, y'all gonna be in the comments saying you're a hater, you're a hater, you're a hater. Now that you've said I'm a hater, now what? Okay, moving right along. So Marlo then asked if Drew was telling the truth. So at a different dinner the next day, Marlo wanted to know, so Drew, are you telling the truth or not? Like, did you kiss the girl? Like, what's the truth to you? And so Drew goes, you need to be worried about your legal issues. You need to be worried about getting your record expunged. You need to be worried about this, that, and the third, and then called her a bitch. Whoa. Not hurling insults, not the name calling, not the bitch. Okay. And then what happened after that? So, Marlo got her digs in. I mean, Drew got her digs in and whatnot. And then yeah. Again, another hypocritical moment. Drew was upset with Sheree because Sheree brought up Drew's legal issues, but yet you're bringing up Marlo's legal issues. Worry about getting your record expunged. You have all of this on your record. You sliced a woman's face 23 years ago. You have 15 mug shots, this, that, and the third. How can a man say? How can a man say? I'm like, girls, weren't you just crying because Drew, we used to be a society. We used to be a people. We used to make sense. We used to be a nation of law and order. Drew, I don't know. This season, it's like, I just don't see it for Drew. I think, you want to know what I think? Okay. Count how many times I've said I think in the last 45 seconds. I think Drew drunk the Kool-Aid. The Kenny and Candy, the K&K Kool-Aid. I don't know. It's kind of like you got a taste of what it feels like to be a part of the popular crew. And it's like you're running with that sort of energy. I think that's why I don't really see it too much for Drew this season. But listen, she can be friends with whoever she want to be friends with, right? In the same manner that, Sonya can be friends with Marlo, no matter how disgusting and rude and foul and nasty you think Marlo is. Okay, moving right along. So Drew says you need to be worried about your legal affairs. Do you pay taxes? She asked Marlo, do you pay taxes? And then Marlo said, well, I don't know. Isn't your husband in technology? Tell him to Google it. Okay. And so then the next day, Ralph then texts Marlo talking about you need to stop talking about me and you need to stop doing this and you need to stop doing that and the third. Y'all are too sensitive for me. Really, no one should be bringing up husbands. Why are you bringing up my husband? Why would you even say that? Why are you talking about my family? Why are you doing this? That was kind of nasty. Oh! Listen, all of this OnlyFans, I have like these lights. Like when I actually do my interviews, okay, honey, we coming out the box. No more Zoom interviews. No. I'm like, really? You were offended because she said your husband is in technology? Y'all hate Marlo that much. Like, y'all hate Marlo that much to where y'all are getting on her about saying that Ralph is in tech. And then wonder why the girlies on Twitter are calling for a RHONY reboot, a RHOA reboot, an RHOA reboot. Are you serious? Because Marlo said your husband is in tech, Drew got her husband involved, and then he's texting her, keep my name out of your mouth. And then Kenny is like, you're being facetious. Is that how you say it? Facetious? Facetious? Okay, y'all know I don't know how to say words. You were being facetious. And it's like, okay, I can't do. Ooh, that's got to come off. All right, so anyways, y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about the situation in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great day. Bye.